Our next speaker is Ratnesh Jain, who has more than 16 years of experience in IT consulting and delivery, and is very much passionate about Power Platform and Dynamics 365 FNO. So, hi Ratnesh, how are you?
Hello, Devang. I'm all good, all good. A little bit
Yes.
of infection in throat because of cold and cough, but
Mhm.
I hope I'm audible properly.
Yes, you are audible properly. No problem at all.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay,
Show
so
must go
without,
on.
but so yes, and I will hand it over to you. Let's start.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, and hello everyone. I'm really happy to see lovely audience, and thank you so much. I mean, before I start, I would like to extend my thanks to the entire community organizer, especially Rakesh, Bharat, Shabir, and Priyesh. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry about that. Let me focus and start with the session over here. Let me present my screen first of all. All right. Let me know if you are able to see my screen. Is it visible? Kindly one of you confirm that so that I can proceed.
Yes, it's visible. Yes, it's visible.
Perfect, perfect. All right. So today my topic is related to the basic of workflow in Power Automate. So the idea is, first of all, we will discuss about the Power Automate workflow activities, what type of workflows we are having, and what type of approvals that are available inbuilt into the system. So we will start with that, and let me give you a clear idea about the complete task, like how we are going to cover the complete journey of this, let's say 40 minutes journey. So first of all, I'll take 2-3 minutes just to explain about myself. Then we will discuss about the approval workflows which are there in Power Automate. Roughly 30 minutes I'll take. Then I'll go for the business cases. And once the business cases, rather than business case, I'll take one business case over here. And during the approval workflow discussion, I'll take 3 or 4 cases over here so that we have 4-5 cases explained by the end of the session. And I'm in position to explain the points which is with me. And it will be good for everyone. First of all, it is a basic approval workflow session, and it is for especially for the people who are beginning their journey with the Power Automate. Because there is a small story associated with this. Even I started very few months back. I mean, somewhere in December, I was just walking with Rakesh and discussing about the ongoing activities. So he suggested me why not to start with this Power Automate journey, or rather Power Platform journey. So, I mean, this triggered somehow, and we started with the journey. And I really keep on, how to say, like very small steps I have taken, and keep on doing something new, uh, exploring something new, which might be new for me. Maybe being a citizen developer, I would say, because as far as background is concerned, let me go to the idea about my background also. So, as far as my work is concerned, from past 16 plus years, I'm in functional consultancy activities for different ERPs. And from 2009 onwards, I'm with Microsoft specific products. So Navision was the first one in 2009 to 2012. And 2012 onwards, it was completely Dynamics. So I worked with other ERPs also, some of the manufacturing domain ERP predominantly, and some of the accounting related ERPs as well. I'm a Microsoft certified professional. And as a last line suggests, like passion of using technology to solve the problem and improve the process. This is since from the beginning, and I would say it is in the blood now. So Microsoft given this opportunity of low code, no code idea, where the people like me who are not a native developer, they can also contribute in a some way to provide some solution where customer is really struggling, or maybe people are really struggling although they are using the Microsoft products. So it's a good opportunity to start with the basics. What I have learned, I am happy to share it over here. It's such a great platform. Thanks again to all the organizers. Let me move and start over here. So So first of all, approval flow, what I mean to say is, we have seen there are a lot of things right now. I'll start from the bookkeeping area, where earlier ages, I would say before 2000 or maybe before 1990s, everything is happening in certain notebooks and all. But gradually, as and when the system comes into the picture and the softwares start getting developed, so there are a lot of things which got how to say computerized, and post computerization, I would say more or less, it would be getting automized. There are a lot of things where manual intervention is not really required. Machine themselves can assist humans to complete their activity. Some popular cases, especially in terms of, I would say, Power Automate, which we are going to understand or discuss during the session, our vacation approval. So if I have an organization or I would say a team of 30 people, and I need to communicate to all the people, like whenever you are taking vacation, you need to send some application where I can approve and then only decide about your future plans. So a future plan of your vacation. So that would be a good idea. So right now, pardon me for the bad throat. What we can do is we can automatically trigger certain emails where we can take the approvals. It could be a team, Microsoft team, where I'll get some approval opportunity. Even it can be on the fly also, like on the go, with the help of my Power Automate application in my mobile device itself. I can validate and approve or disapprove or reject a particular application which is coming to me. Same way, some documentation approval or maybe some expense approval which is there. So we will gradually look into that. But right now, I'm just explaining or trying to cover the things, whatever is possible during this small span of time. So at least to kick off, uh, the idea is not to give you the complete detailed study, but the idea is to give or rather generate the interest into all the folks who are associated right now as an audience. So it is a good opportunity to give you basics. So there are different types of approvals which are there, and what Microsoft Power Automate inbuilt actions which are available for the approvals. You can see start and wait for an approval, then create an approval, wait for an approval. We will take each of them one by one to explain, to understand what is the concept behind that and what is the purpose behind that. If I say approval types, so approval types could be four as a part of a standard. So which is one is approve or reject. So that is one kind of approval where either approver approves it or reject it. And there are multiple patterns also available. When I say patterns, pardon me again. When I say pattern, so pattern could be of different type. For example, it could be a sequential pattern. So like one person is approving, then super senior is approving, then top of that some other is approving. So it could be a sequential pattern. It could be a parallel pattern. When I say parallel pattern, which means one person is approving, that would be sufficient, and rest are there as a backup in case if somebody is not approving. So as a backup, somebody else can be approved the same thing. It could be a state machine kind of approval, which is also possible over there. When I say state machine, which means a particular action happens. And after that action, there are something which needs to be further performed and then again go back for the further approval. Something like that, that kind of approvals are also possible. So that kind of pattern, I would say, is can be configured with the help of available approval types. All right, so let me move to next slide. Before coming to this, any questions so far? I would try to narrate and try to generate the interest in all the folks what I'm trying to explain. In case if you have any question, do not hesitate to put it into the chat, or maybe if required or at the end when we are addressing all the curiosities, at that point in time we can discuss in more length. So let me move forward. So what kind of approval mechanism, like how approval can be addressed by the approver? So it can be addressed as of now in four varieties, which I'm aware of. First thing is dashboard. I would say dashboard, Power Automate dashboard itself is a kind of single window solution where you will get all the details, whatever the approvals you did, what are the outcomes which were you already registered for a particular approval request. So what are the history and what are in progress, everything you can see on the dashboard. I'll come to that. Don't worry about that. Then another way is coming on the on your email. So basis of your email, you will get a card where you can say, okay, I wanted to approve it, reject it, or maybe there is also opportunity like we can change it from approve and reject. Other than that, also, I mean, we can have options. So I'll show you at that point in time as well. Then we also have Teams as a solution for the approval. So once we get some request on the Teams, we can approve or reject that. Or other fourth way is to approve it through the mobile. Right now, I'm not able to project my mobile over here. So mobile screen will appear like that, where you can see the approval, what kind of details of the approval along with the name who has requested. So here, one of my colleague requested for something, and then a particular time date is given where I have opportunity to approve or reject it. All right. So here we will start now. We will move to the product also. So before coming to this, I will take you to the product because I already had enough of discussion. I have enough of explanation without going into the product. So it won't be a good way if I keep on discussing the things without showcasing the product. So let me move to the product. All right. So I will go to the product. Moment. Yeah, here you go. So this is my Power Automate screen, which is available. You can see, as I said, when I say about the dashboard, so dashboard is a single window solution where you can see what you have received, whatever the flows you have sent. Machine is really slow, so today I'm happy to say like my words, I mean actions are more stronger than the words. It is quicker. So if you see the history, what I have approved already, so that also I can see what I have sent for the approval, what I have received as a approval, where I can take the necessary actions. Where you can see the when it is received, all the details also given over here, and the requested part, which you can see on the right side of the scene. All right. So let me create one workflow quickly. So here you can see there are different varieties of how to say like flow available. I'll take the instant one, manually triggered workflow. I'll create one. All right. So the manually triggered workflow I have created. So I'll start with very first step. Let me check what are the approval actions available in the system. So three approval actions you can see, which is wait for an approval, start and wait for an approval, create an approval. So right now, just to demonstrate the first approach, I'll take the start and wait for an approval. As soon as I select this, there are certain properties which are automatically coming from that. So first of all, I need to identify, okay, there are four varieties of approval which are available or type of approval which are available. So let me explain the four types which are there. First and second, both are pretty standard one, which I would say approve or reject. So these are the responses possible because of these two approvals. But the option is first to respond. Sorry about that. First to respond. And second option is I would say everyone must approve. So when I say first to respond, which means let us assume I have four approvers, out of which any of the approver, whoever is first responding it, that is fine and I can proceed. If I said of everyone to respond, which means everyone has to either approve or reject. Rather, I would say everyone has to approve, then it is completed. Otherwise, any one of them rejects that it will come out of the system. I mean, my flow got completed. The third type is custom responses, which means I can create my own responses, which is possible. Rather than accept, approve, reject, I would say accept, reject, or maybe more information required, and even more custom responses I can create. But my advice over here is like if you are allowed to create custom responses, do not make more than five to make more efficient. And even Outlook client is allowing us only to take maximum up to five custom responses in the card. So my proposal over here is to keep it to 5. Then coming to wait for all responses, wait for one responses. Now, when I say wait for all responses, which means whether it is accept or reject or no matter what, it will wait for all the responses to collect. In fourth one, it will again wait for only one responses. Only difference is it is custom response rather than approve and reject. It could be any. It could be a kind of supervisor would like to know which particular location you would like to go for team building exercise, and he will provide 3 options. So it could be that way also. I'm just giving one random example. But let me take you to first activity. So approve, reject, where everyone must approve. Okay, and let's say I'll take a title. So this is the case 01, where, or rather, I'll take first one, which is easy to understand, first to respond, because the idea is to keep the entire session very simple so that people can easily understand the basics. So approve and reject, first to respond. I'll take this one and I'll say it is the case 01 for me, where first to respond is the item. Okay, I'll assign it to, let's say, Ratnesh, which is me, so that I'll get, come on, why it is not coming? Just give me a second. Okay, pretty slow. Anyways, sometime it happens, but show must go on. So I'll continue with this. And let's say I'll put one more person over here. So I have keep one uh, additional user as logged in. So Adele is another person who already logged in the system. So I'll show it to you. Detail, I would say case 01 explanation. So we need to put details over here. You can also attach the links you want someone to validate. Let's say if I'm using some list or Excel or something to get it done. So I can attach those links over here so that it will move to the approver. And while approving, maybe approver can validate it from that particular link on their decision, and then they will pass on the decision. Okay, I'll go to show advanced option. So there is an option where you wanted to enable the notification. Yes, I wanted to enable the notification. Enable reassignment. Okay, let me keep it as no for this particular demo. Then attachment name. If you want to attach certain additional content, which is a kind of supporting document or something, that you can attach it over there. All right, so we are good to start and wait for the approval. This is first activity that we have already performed. Now let me put some condition. So I'll put the condition over here, and whatever the outcome I'll get from here, I'll put outcome. Here, sorry, that is not the way, it is in dynamic content. So I'll select for the outcome. Outcome should be approved. So please mark my word, it is not approved, it is approved. So as soon as it is approved, I'll simply compose it. Just for sake of time. I'm not putting much of the condition, but you can further enhance it. But since it is a basic one, so I'll say, okay, this is approved. I can put anything over here, but here, please make a note, like it should be always approved or anything, I mean, related to the condition, because I have only 2 outcome possible over here, either approve or reject. So I'm putting it as approved. So if yes, it is approved. If no, I'll say compose. Go over here and say reject. So this is done. And so again, I'll quickly repeat what I have done. Over here, you see start and wait for the approval. Here, I would also like to highlight one more point. You see, there is an option of requester. So which means this particular workflow can be created by someone else and the requester could be someone else. So created by and requested by could be different people for the same flow. So I'll show you, like, let me take Abhishek, one of my colleague who is who is the requester for this case. So Abhishek Soni, I will select him. All right. So just a quick recap what we discussed. So it is a case one. Okay, let me one case. Yeah. Case one, where we are doing first to respond, approve or reject. Then Ratnesh and Adele, these are the two approvers. So whoever will respond first, that will be considered. Then I'll go to the details. I can put some details about the particular workflow so that user can easily understand what it is. Then item link if it is required. Then requester if it is same. I don't want to put it. I can remove this also, but I want to showcase the difference between the requested by and created by. That is the purpose I'm keeping it over here. All right. So my flow is ready. I'll save it. And by sorry, somebody's saying something. All right. Might be mistaken. I'll save this and I'll test it now. So I will say manually test. All right. So here I executed my workflow. It's done. So here you can see the trigger flow got triggered now. Now you see here it got how to say like on hold. Reason being like it is started the approval and waiting for the feedback. Now, as I said, like there are two people who are eligible to give the feedback on this. So either Ratnesh is there or Adele is there. So I'll take you to my approval dashboard. So first to respond case 01. So you have already seen that. And this is 33 seconds ago. So it will give me all the details. And here you see requested by. So requested by is Abhishek. However, created by was Ratnesh. So the possibility is like all people are not allowed to raise the workflow. So there are some authenticated people who are allowed to raise the workflow. So they can raise on the behalf of their colleagues. Now here you see there is more options available, approve, reject. And if you remember, I have disabled the reassign option. So that is the reason it is not appearing over here. So I have option to say approve or reject. Okay. So let me put it as approve. When I say approve, there is an optional point like I will say, okay, I have option to say yes or no over there. And I can, I can put certain comments also. Let's say if somebody is asking for the vacation, maybe I'll say, okay, during that time, can you postpone the vacation if possible? Because there are some pre-planned activities are there. So maybe something like that. And I can reject that also or approve that. As you know, there was another user also was there. It was Adele. So let me try to check Adele workflow over there. All right, let me refresh. Here you go. So you see, Adele also got this particular case, and this is how it is appearing in the approval box. So you can see here requested for Abhishek because I have requested on behalf of Abhishek, created by Ratnesh because I am the one who has created the flow. Then date created, all these details are appearing automatically over here. Right now, I have already disabled reassign option, but to the this is point to be note like reassign option is anyways not appearing over here. It is only possible like if I wanted to do it through my dashboard. All right. And let's say if I wanted to approve from here also, uh, uh, you have seen that I have not done or taken any action from here. So it is still open for me. And let me try to do it first through dashboard. And in the next case, I'll try to showcase it through the email also. All right. Okay, I'll say all okay to me. So no problem. Good to go. And I'll confirm. Now, as soon as I confirm, it will say response successfully recorded. So through dashboard, response is already recorded. And I'll say done. And you can see from here it got removed. Now I'll go to the history. I'll check it. Okay, this was done 3 minutes ago. That was approved by Ratnesh and all the things which are appearing over here. All right. Now what happens to the email which I showed it to you on Adobe? All right, I'll showcase it to you now. If I go over there, you can see all of a sudden it got changed. Other have already completed the request. Although I am not able to get what was the feedback, whether it got approved or rejected, but the Power Automate action got completed. So I'm no more, or maybe Adele is no more eligible to take any further action on that. You remember that it is first to respond type of activity. All right. Um, so first to respond, I think we are good, and we have seen two ways also, like how we will get the feedback. So I'll come back to my presentation once more. Sure. Yeah, here is my presentation. So what we have seen right now, so we have seen approve, reject, first to respond. So this case we have covered. We have also seen what is start and wait for approval. These two cases I'll cover later. We also seen what is the dashboard. So this is the dashboard which is there. We have also seen like how the email is appearing, and email is appearing like this. That also we covered. Mobile, unfortunately, right now I'm not able to project, so pardon me for that. Now we will see for the other cases also. Hope so far so good. Any questions so far? If anything, I would like to take a pause for 2 minutes or maybe a minute if anyone is having any question. I'm coming back to the window. Yes, guys, any questions? All right. Either I'm explaining well or maybe I don't know. Let's see. All right. Okay, guys. So we have covered this case. Let me go for the other cases. So just in the interest of time, I would like to, I already created those cases and I don't want you to wait also. Like I'm creating those cases again in front of you, and maybe it will take more time for you. So just I'll directly take you to all the cases which I have prepared already, and it will give you a good insight. All right. So I'll go to my flows again. So I'll talk about flow number 2, which is a start and wait for approval. Now everyone to respond. All right. So here you see now I have taken the case to approval. Everyone must approve. So again, here the case is, first of all, we have two options, approve or reject, only two possibilities. And now everyone must approve, which means there are possibility like either of them can reject. If it is rejected by either of any uh, two approvers, or I would say both of them are rejecting it, that is not the case, because even one get reject, it is close the complete flow, because here the flow says everyone must approve. So let's see how it works. So it is for vacation approval. So let's say if somebody is applying for any vacation and they wanted to check, and same way, if you see the condition here, there is a small change. As I told you, like here by name itself suggests everyone must approve. If I say everyone must approve, which means either of them rejects that, then either of them rejects it. Or maybe if I have many approvals, let's say 3, 4, 5, so all the approvals has to approve it. If any one of them reject it, automatically this flow will get closed. So let's see, we will take it, we will run it twice. In one case, we will approve it from both the ends, and it is a success scenario. And then in another case, we will reject it at one case, and then we will see the outcome. All right, so I'll test it for you. I'll test the flow. This is the case 2. So my flow got started. Now it would move to the next step. And as you all are aware, like it will go to two people. One is Ratnesh itself, And another one is Pradeep. Again, he is my colleague who is going to either approve or reject. So this time I'll take the opportunity to approve it from my mobile. Okay. Let me see. But unfortunately, I'm not able to showcase it over here. So I'm just simply approving it. All right, this case is approved from one area. Now I'll go over here in my dashboard, or let's say I'll take it from my email. All right. So this is again I have received, and I am also approving this case. All seems okay to me. Happy to approve. Right. Submit this. So from two sites I have approved. One is my mobile and another one is from email. This is approved. And let's see what happens to my flow. I'll go back to my flow. And I was at case 2. So I'll see has succeeded. 1 minute ago. Which means I have condition and both got approved. So it won't go to not approved and both got approved. And you know the condition which I applied over here, and a small change which I said was we need to check and ensure it do not go to reject. That's it. So both got approved. And here we go. So this particular case, if it is a success scenario, both the approvers approves it. Now I'll take the another case where one get rejected and it won't appear for the next one. It will directly complete the flow. I'll showcase it to you. All right. So I'll go to edit and showcase once more who two are the approvers. So it's Ratnesh and Pradeep. So two approvers are there. Now I will test it again. And now I'm going to reject it from my end. I run the flow. Now it is in my bucket. I'll go over here. And this time I'm rejecting it. When I am the, oh, sorry, mistake. It is not yet refreshed. As I said, today my words are more stronger than my actions. So here I go and rejecting it. When I'm rejecting it, I'm saying this is now as soon as I rejected it and I'll check my flow, I'll go to case 2 again. And here you can see this flow is also got successfully closed. And reason of this closure is very simple, because as I said, everyone has to approve. If one got rejected, it will reject for all. All right, so this is also done. And now I'll go to my flow. I'll show you the case 3rd. Case 3rd is here. I'll go to this flow. Okay. So this case says, like, it is a custom response and wait for all the responses. Now case says, like, it is a custom response and wait for all responses, which means, like, for example, earlier there was accept, approve and reject. Only 2 options are available. As I said, it could be any of the responses. And I'm repeating one more point again, like, do not keep more than 5 options, because as I said, like, standard Outlook client supports only 5. So that is the reason. So rather than approve, reject, I'll say accept, reject, and need more information. Either of the things I put over here. So now we have 3 options available. This time again, it is a vacation approval. Ratnesh and Pradeep, these are the 2 approvers available over here. And I have keep the condition like outcome does not contain reject. Why? Because we will wait for all the responses. So If it is coming for reject, then I have to go over there and it is coming for accept. So we have to club or the array will accumulate all the feedbacks, keep it aside. It could be, if I go to compose also, it could be accept, deferred, or I would say need more information. I'll say need more information. Fair enough. And I'll save. And now it will wait for all the responses, whether it is acceptable or reject or more information, either ways. All right, I'll test it. I'll go manually test it. I'll run the flow. Done. So it got triggered. Start and wait for approval. Now, first one is again Ratnesh. So let me check my email. This one is already done. You saw this card automatically got refreshed. Okay, please send me the third one. Still, I need to wait. It's too slow and more faster. All right. So here, now you can see there are multiple options available. As I said, it is allowing to maximum 5. So there are 2 and third one you can see over here. So let us assume I'll say, okay, I need more information. Not clear on the ask. Please provide more information. Let's see, submit. And on from again, if I talk about other one was Pradeep. So from Pradeep and I'll accept it. And this time. Now, when I go back to the flow, both the feedbacks I have shared over here. Pradeep, I did it from my mobile because I logged in with Pradeep's name from my mobile, and here the condition got fulfilled and it is complete. All right. If we see over here, so this is the feedback which we have received over here. There is no rejection. Both have accepted or asked for the more information. All right. So this is the flow completes, and we have covered case number 3 also. Now it's time to jump for the fourth case. This is pretty interesting because there are only 4 types of workflow we have discussed. So this is the fourth one. I'm going a bit fast because I know Devang is already ready with that, saying like you are left with only 5 minutes. So Devang, how many minutes I'm left with?
Actually, it was me, Ratnesh. So yes, you have 5 minutes left. I was going to tell that, but that's fine.
All right, all right. So just give me 2-3 minutes extra because I just wanted to cover the two more cases. So I'll try to cover that. Sorry about that. All right. So here, this case asked me for the fourth case, which is customer response and wait for one response. I'll say okay, not okay. So I have changed my custom response. As I said, like custom response could be any you think of. So this time, rather than accept, reject, approve, reject, I have taken okay, not okay. Just sake of giving demo purpose. And I agree, you guys are more creative than me. So please keep it according to your creativity and need also. Then coming to the title. So this is another case, and we are waiting for one response. So waiting WOR is the abbreviation for the same. I won't say it. Yeah, 001. I'll say it is case number 4. All right. So everything is there. I think we are good to test. Let me see. All right, so this is all set. Okay, sorry. I need to first save it because I made a change. Perfect. So as soon as I get this green signal from Power Automate, your flow is ready to go. We recommend you to test it. I'll accept the recommendation. We'll test it. Run the flow. Okay, it is done. So this time what will happen? What is the difference? Like it will wait for only one response. So one response would be me, and I'll go over here. This is case 04. Just I have changed the name. So I'll see the difference is over here. Let's say if I have option, I can directly press over here because you can see either okay, not okay, or reassign. I'll say okay also. It won't accept it as it is. It will take me to the card where I'll put my further comments. All the comments are optional. Still, I'll say okay. Then I'll confirm. Is done. Excellent. So as soon as this is done, as I said, like flow will wait only for one response, which is mine, which I gave. So let me go over here, see whether flow is succeeded. Yes, it is succeeded. 59 seconds to go. So this is also done. Well, going back to my presentation, we have covered, sorry about that. We have covered all the 4 approval types. We have covered explanation of each approval type, create each approval type flow as sample in Power Automate and demo. What are the possibilities to respond to that approval? So we have checked dashboard, email option, mobile app. I showed you in screenshot. Unfortunately, I'm not able to project. Now we are left with only adaptive card. And if I go back, so I would say this one, this one, this one we have covered. Now for this, the last case, we will go over there. And over here also, these 4 approvals we have checked. This one we have checked. Now coming to the next case where we will see create an approval, wait for approval. All right. So I'll go back to my approval. Now coming to the case 5. So coming to create an approval. Okay. So as I said, like we have no create and wait for approval is already done. So I'll say create an approval. There is another option. You remember, like second one, create an approval, and I'm also going to use wait an approval. And as I said, like we have not seen this one, which is an adaptive card for Teams, that also we will see. So here we go. So what we need to do, first of all, I'll say taking again the simple one, approve and reject, first to respond. So here Ratnesh is there. Let me add one more person. So my friend Abhishek is there. So I'll add him. Come on, Abhishek, where are you?
Sorry for interruption, Ratnesh. Just 2 minutes left.
Okay. Just 2 minutes. I'll finish this case and done. All right. Okay, so I added Abhishek, create and wait for adaptive card. So what we have done is, this is just an explanation. So addition to that, what I have done, I have added one additional action over here where I've selected the Microsoft and the post adaptive card. So what I need to do over here, I'll just showcase it to you. I'll say Microsoft. So respond in Teams task module. So this is how we can create, and I have already created it for you and 2 minutes left. So I'll delete this one and I'll just showcase it to you like how it is done. Then here, what we have done is we have created this details, fill the details like post as Flowbot, chat with Flowbot, Ratnesh is there as a recipient, then team adaptive. It is a kind of, how to say, like it is a kind of dynamic content available over here. And wait for an approval is the another option. And here, rather than outcome, I'll take the approval ID, which is the outcome of this. All right. So let me save it and test it. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm taking just 1 more minute and I'll finish it. I'll test, go to manual, test it, learn flow. Okay, now I'll go to my teams. This is the last section and we will finish after that. All right, and here I go. This is Power Platform. This is Power Automate. And here I can see the card which is available over here. Let's see if I wanted to approve. So this is the last case that I was discussing. I'll approve it and I'll say okay to move ahead. And it is done. Right. So this is how about the details. One last point from my end. Shabir, sorry to bother you. This is the case which I would like you to practice. So this is one business case from my side, and I'll share this PPT with the community team, and they will post it to the community portal for further trying and testing it. All right. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and I'm really happy. And sorry, Shabir, I know it took a
No,
long.
that's
And
perfectly fine, Ratnesh. Thank you so much for your session, Ratnesh. It was really insightful. I am sure most of us must have got a clarity on the new workflow process. Knowing that you are from a background of finance and operations, but it's inspiring to see you move out of your comfort zone and learn something new. And definitely learning a new technology in itself is surely a challenge, but it requires a lot of courage to even provide a session out of it. So hats off to you, Ratnesh. Thank you so much for that
thank you.
insightful session.
Thank you for being part of this community. I mean, I'm happy to be part of this community. Thank you so much for this. Have a great day to
Thank you.
all. Bye bye.